So in this video, I'm going to show you how to add the to-dos to the StudySocius platform. And the first thing you want to do is to be signed in. So I'm going to sign in right now, and it will bring you to this interface. And this will be your dashboard. It will show you the assignments and the study goals and how much time you studied if you're tracking it. And on the right hand side, what you will see is the to-do list. And now to get your list to populate here, I'm going to show you how you actually do that. So you need to click on the to-dos. But before then, let me just give you a hypothetical scenario, which would be a very good illustrative point to use throughout the entire tutorial. So for illustrative purposes, we are going to assume that we have a student named Goldwin Harper. Now he is a first year pharmacy student, and Goldwin is taking 7 courses in the fall semester of his first year in pharmacy school. So it's going to be real hectic for him, and he wants to use StudySocius as a really elegant way to manage his course load, manage his work and his time, and skyrocket his productivity and ultimately his performance in the course. Now, Goldwin has been doing quite well, and he's somewhere in the 3rd, 4th week of the semester, and he comes across StudySocius, so he wants to use that to improve his organization and his effectiveness as a student. So he has a number of to-dos at that time, and these are his lists. So the first thing he wants to accomplish is complete his dosage forms 1 assignment, the study for physiology midterm exam. He wants to prepare for the calculations quiz, and he's attending patient skills lab. And he also is required to participate in Introduction to Professionalism workshop. He's supposed to read chapters 3 to 5 in the Intro to Pharmacy and Healthcare Systems textbook. And he's supposed to submit a professional practice 1 reflective journal, join a pharmacy physiology study group, review his dosage forms 1 notes, and schedule a meeting with a professor for some course guidance. So he has a whole lot going on. The first thing is, it's good practice to prioritize all these to-dos. So we have the priorities in bold on each of the to-do tasks. Some are high, some are low, some are medium, and you're going to put this information into StudySocius as well. The other thing that you also want to keep in mind is good if you have your deadlines, because that helps you organize your time. As we know, work expands to fill time. So this is the information we're going to be using, and I'm just going to show you how to put all of this into StudySocius. So we are now back on the platform, and the first thing you want to do is click on the to-dos. Now this is a brand new account, so there's nothing here. The first thing you want to do is add to-dos, and it's going to bring up this pop-up menu. So now in the pop-up, there are a number of options that you need to actually put in some information. The first one is the deadline. So you need to select a deadline. Then you need to put in the task that you want to accomplish. And it's really nice if you can organize it in terms of the priority level. So you have an option to pick that. And then you need to put in a description. So the task, the priority, and the description is all required. And so you need to make sure that the information is available. So I'm going to put in the first information. So the first task was to complete the pharmaceutical dosage forms 1 assignment. So let's say we want to pick a deadline. Now this is fall semester. So let's just go to September, and we're going to pick a date of September the 20th. So that's a Friday. I'm going to put in the task. And the priority level, this is high priority, as I showed on the previous slide. So we're going to leave it at high. And then let's put in a description. Now the description doesn't need to be several paragraphs. It could be just 1 sentence. So here is the description. Work on finalize the assignment for pharmaceutical dosage forms 1 and ensuring all questions are answered thoroughly. Just something to know what the task is about if you come back later. Click on save, and once you click on save, it's going to bring you back to the to-do list page itself, and you'll notice that you have an option here which has the title of the task, your priority level, which is high here, and the finish by date, so you can see at a glance what the deadline is. Now you can always go back in there to edit it. So you click on edit, and now you have the options to edit it on the left hand side here, so you could change the description or even the priority level as time goes along. And of course, you can also delete it. So you'll notice that because I clicked on edit and I didn't change the date to the actual deadline, it defaulted to a different date. So I'm going to change that. So you just want to keep that in mind. So this is in September the 20th. Click on save, and we are back in business. So that's the first task. I'm going to put in the remaining of the tasks, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the dashboard end. So there we have it. I just added all the 10 to-dos, and as you can see, you have high priority, medium priority, and then low priority. Based on how the student Goldwin Harper is envisaging his whole process. So this is what it looks like here. And of course, if there are any errors or you wanted to update this later, you can always go in there and click on the edit button, and you can make the corrections. Now, as a reminder, once you click on the edit, you always want to make sure that the date that you want to assign is actually the correct date. So I'm just going to take this back to September the 30th, click on save, and it brings you to this wonderful page. So that's how you put in the information for the to-do list. And so now if you go back to the dashboard, you're going to see that on the right-hand side, you have your to-dos that have been populated there. So about 5 to 6 of them will show each time. And what you can do is you can actually check the ones off that are showing from the dashboard directly. So let's say you were done with the task of actually joining a study group for pharmacy physiology. You could just simply click on it here. And if you go back to the to-dos, you'll notice that it is checked as well from the dashboard and also from the to-do list page. So what you want to do is you want to come in at any point in time, look at the dashboard. You will notice that you have your to-do list here. You can check on the ones that are showing, but also you need to go into your to-dos to see the entire things that you need to do. And then also you will notice at the bottom here, it tells you that you have 10 tasks and you've only completed one. So you're 10% there. So as you keep adding activities or tasks to the to-dos, this number is going to keep increasing and it will let you know how many you have completed. Now, if you go back to the to-dos, you always need to come check this place. And then as you've done with the assignment or as you complete the task, you can simply check them off here. So let's say you completed these two and maybe you also completed the assignment. So now you've completed 4 tasks. If you go back to the dashboard, you notice that this is now 4. And the ones that are showing up here that were checked would also be checked here as well. So this also got checked. Okay. So it's a really nice way to organize your information. Just come in there, check your dashboard, go to the to-dos, see what are outstanding. And now if you completed the task, what you can simply do is you want it out of your archive so you can delete it from your things to do because you completed it. So let's say you completed the attend the pharmacy lab session was a class that was really important. So you're done with that and you're not going to have that experience. Specifically, you may have an additional class, but that lab session is over. So you just click on delete and it will prompt you to find out whether you're really sure so that you don't delete it by accident. And then you click on yes and it will tell you successfully deleted. And so now you're down from 10 to-dos to 9 and these are completed but they're not deleted. So they'll still show up in your dashboard. So now you notice that here is still showing up. Your total task, which was 10, is now 9 because those are the only tasks that we put in there. So when we deleted one, you have 9, you've completed 3. You're about 33% completed of all the tasks that you need to accomplish. So it's a good way to keep track of your progress. And so that's how you add the information for the to-dos, and it's a really good way to manage your task. It's a good task management tool as well. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can also utilize the study goals function in StudySocius.